Hey everyone, Matt from Matt's Adventures. Just giving you a little update because one of the things that I wanted to do this year, of course, go to Sturgis, but show everybody that you can do it on a budget. And I'm not going to count the gas that it takes for me to go from home to Sturgis because everybody's is different. I already figured that it's going to cost me right around $300 to $350 depending on gas prices for my round trip. And that's from Shawano County, Wisconsin. And so far, I mean, if I have eaten out, I've stopped at like a McDonald's and got the chicken sandwich. And before I got to Sturgis, they were $1.50, and even McDonald's jacked it up to $2. So you have to be careful of where you go and eat. Even the chain restaurants are raising their prices a little bit. But otherwise, I did stop and did some grocery shopping. All stuff that I can make without needing like milk or anything that needs to be refrigerated, even if I got a cooler. But I'm trying to save that for drinks, not alcohol. Just stuff to keep myself hydrated and some sodas. And I went out and I bought a t-shirt for myself, a t-shirt for the grandson. Both of those were $10 each. I did pick up a hat for myself, and that was I think $16.95 or whatever, so say $20. So far I spent $40 on that, maybe $10 total the last several days on the, like I said, the McChicken sandwiches. Otherwise I've been eating what I brought. They're like these little Lipton rice sides or noodle sides, things like that. Stuff that mainly, like I said, just takes water. Water's easy enough to come by, and come by free too. So that's my update for Sunday, whatever the heck date it is. But I'm ready. I got here, what was it, Friday. Went on a ride with Bob and Tam from the YouTube channel, Bob and Tam's Excellent Adventures. Check them out if you haven't heard of them before. Give them a like and a follow. They post a lot of videos, a lot more than I do. They show a lot of places. I'm probably even featured in one of their videos from going with the ride with them. So we did stop at a chicken place and stuff like that. We went by Pactola Lake, and even though it's down, I guess they said it's down like 17 feet. That's how much of a drought they're having. And if you haven't read my posting on my page, Devil's Tower is closed, but there is an update I just posted that I guess they are going to open it up at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. But the hiking trails will still be closed. There are 2 fires that are over 300 acres each that are burning right now. And you have to be very careful with anything that can start a fire, and that includes parking your bike on grass. It will start a fire. Cigarettes being thrown out, all kinds of stuff. There is a burn ban in place. The only place you're allowed to really smoke, as far as outside the cities, is inside an enclosed vehicle with the windows all the way up, or in a building. Now, meanwhile, when you're in town, you can smoke. They have been letting you. Even though if you're in town, still, please be careful with everything. I bring along a can or a bottle, and I do have a little ashtray here that I use. I make sure I extinguish it in that right away. And like I said, just got to be careful. The smoke isn't too bad. It isn't as bad as what it was in Wisconsin a couple weeks ago. But it's still getting bad enough. When the sun was starting to set and it was coming from Sturgis coming back to camp, and where the line was, where the sun was, you could tell there was smoke in the sun part. And it's not too bad yet, but they're saying it's supposed to get worse, and it's supposed to be winds up to 40 miles an hour tomorrow. So if any firefighters from the area are watching this, or there's a KOA campground by Devil's Tower, they've been helping feed the firefighters and everybody that's helping put out the fires in some way or another. Huge thank you to you guys. Huge thank you to the firefighters, any forest personnel that are involved, you know, everybody. And these fires just wreck a lot of stuff. Anyways, like I said, so far, that's my budget that I've been spending so far. And I've been doing a good job. I did spend maybe somewhere about 50 or 60 bucks in gas. And I put on a bunch of miles, several hours yesterday and today. And well, yesterday I left the camp at about 8, quarter after 8, and didn't get back till about 5 or 6 o'clock. And today I left maybe about somewhere around 10 or 11, I don't remember. And I got back about 6:30. Oh, I forgot to mention I did pick up 2 big bags of ice. My cooler's working good, but with this heat, I've been needing a lot of stuff in it. So I've been opening it up quite a bit. And the big bags of ice were about $7 a piece, so another 15 bucks there. And, well, like I said, the food, I can't count that, because if you're at home, you're going to eat anyways. It's just the type of food I'm eating right now that is different. So the food when I eat at like McDonald's, that I will count, but not the stuff that I'm making at camp. And anybody says they can't afford Sturgis, if you can afford to get out here and afford a little bit of money for gas to go down Needles Highway, Iron Mountain Road, visit Devil's Tower, stuff like that, you can do it. You know, there's plenty of free camping all around. And it's primitive. And you got to take out what you bring in. And if you got like a little porta potty, bring that. Because there's no facilities on site. But it's free camping. The prices of camping around the area at the campgrounds, since most places have been starting to get bans in, they've been raising their prices a little bit more and more each year. And just for a 9-day rally, you might as well say a good starting point is about 200 bucks. And free camping, if you don't need to, you know, be at a spot where there's a band, you know, why not do the free camping if you can manage it? I mean, as long as you don't drink and ride either. Enough deer and antelope, all kinds of stuff around here. Matter of fact, I had 2 bucks in a doe behind my tent last night. The guy just on the other side of the little wooded area behind my tent told me about. I didn't see anything, but I heard something walking through the dry grass. Yeah, so far it's been fun. Been meeting a few people. Everybody pretty much keeps themselves fairly quiet. You'd think free camping, oh, everybody's partying like crazy. Oh, heck no, 10, 11 o'clock at night, everybody's pretty well mellowed out and already heading to bed, because heck, that sun gets up and it brightens up the tent, and you know, you're awake and ready to go riding. So I did check out one place today, because I seen them post a little flyer thing. They had 9 days for $160. I'm thinking about going up and doing a little video about it, if you want me to. I mean, leave a comment down below. I'll post about it. We still have plenty of time before you would get here if you're coming just for the rally. But anyways, it's 9 days for $160. They have a little bit of stuff to offer. They got some ice cream in there. I noticed they had beer. in their cooler. They got ice on site. Now that price was for tent camping. They do have bathrooms and showers on site. And they also have a little bar on site. I don't know about any bands, but they are close enough to Sturgis. I think it's a mile and a half away. It's actually called Sturgis View Campground. They're on top of a very big hill, and you can see the Black Hills on both sides of this hill. It is just an awesome view. But, I mean, I was considering about staying up there. I may still, but so far I'm really liking this Camp 5. And, you know, some of the old timers, the seasoned veterans of Camp 5 don't really like this information going out, because I guess it's been getting more and more full every year. But with the way times are and the economy, you got to cut corners a little bit. Maybe sacrifice staying at instead of staying at a place that has live bands every night. And I'm not cutting the places down. They're not for everybody, though. And so many of these campgrounds are right next to the interstate. Super loud. I'm next to 14A highway, which isn't an interstate. I do hear some traffic, but it's not bad at all. I'm used to living out in the country, so I'm used to peace and quiet, and I can get a good night's sleep. And anyways, that's my update. Thanks for listening to me rambling on if you're still there. If you haven't clicked follow, please follow. I'll be posting a bunch more stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to head out tomorrow or not, because I was having a little issue with my solar setup. The first day, I've been forgetting to unplug my solar panel, and at night it's reversing the charge back to the solar panel and wasting the electric. So I got to remember to unplug it. The first night it did that. It was down to 0. Yesterday I had it recharged up to 100%. Today I don't know what the problem was. I wasn't here to babysit it though either day, but I only got 5% when I got back today. So I'm gonna stay here since it's windy, make sure that the tent camper is secured down good enough so it don't bend poles over, stuff like that. And I'm just gonna relax. I didn't take a day to relax when I got here, so that's what my plans are tomorrow. If I do head somewhere, it might be just to Deadwood, which is only like, I think, 6 or 7 miles from here. Or maybe even into Lead, which isn't too far from there either. Or maybe walk through Sturgis. Give you guys a video of downtown. All depends on how windy it is here at camp. We're nestled down below some hills, and so it's going to provide some cover. If it's not too bad, then I will venture out, but otherwise I will probably stay in. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the videos I've been posting so far. If any place you want to see me stop at, please leave it in the comments below. Even if you're not planning on going to Sturgis, something you heard about, post it below. Let me know. All right. You guys all have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I will post something tomorrow. All right.